Thank you very much, Don. Welcome to Art for Life. Before we continue tonight's exciting auction, I want to talk about why I'm here and some of my team from the Raben Group where I work. We are... Make sure you bid. We are deeply committed to Whitman-Walker Clinic because the clinic is committed to our community. Whitman-Walker emerged in the early days of the HIV/AIDS crisis before the rest of the medical, political, and spiritual leaders in our country acknowledged that our brothers and sisters were dying or at risk. For nearly 30 years, Whitman-Walker has waged its battle against an epidemic that does not relent. I moved to Washington 20 years ago from Miami, and with some hermanas Latinas, we started a helpline called, I'm embarrassed to tell you what the name of it was, Hola Gay. It was easy to remember how to answer the phone. Tuesdays and Thursday nights in the basement of Whitman-Walker. Whitman-Walker gave us the space and gave us the phones and relied on us for the Spanish translation and the outreach to the Latino community, and I am forever indebted to their willingness to do that. The most recent report from the DC Department of HIV/AIDS indicates a rising proportion of the epidemic affects communities of color. In Washington, 81% of all AIDS cases are among African Americans. In the early part of this decade, African Americans and Latinos together comprised 85% of newly reported HIV cases among young adults 13 to 29 years of age. Our work is not done. Through prevention and education offered by a compassionate and bilingual staff, rapid testing, counseling, and the best in health services, Whitman-Walker is our best hope and most effective resource to reach young people at risk in our community. We are here for Whitman-Walker because this remarkable institution is here for all of us. I'd like to acknowledge some individuals who have worked long and hard to bring tonight's benefit, and it is a benefit. It's a social evening. It's an evening to connect with people you haven't seen in a while. It's an evening to look at art, but it's a benefit. It's a benefit to raise funds for the institution I've just described, and I encourage you to be as generous as possible. It took a small platoon of people to bring tonight's event together. Would you please stand as I call you from the firm in which I'm honored to work, Suzanne Stoll, who is the chair of tonight's art committee. Haley Griffin, who is the chair of the sponsorship committee. Michael Jose Torra, member of the art committee. Curator Molly Ruppert. Will all of the members of the Art and Sponsorship Committee stand? Will you join them, the team from Whitman-Walker, volunteers and employees of Whitman-Walker who are putting that together? Thank you all for your hard work. Let me also acknowledge the amazing generosity of our sponsors, AARP, General Electric, DCI, Drinker Biddle and Reith, LLP, FedEx Corporation, Futures Group, Geico, KPMG, Maxor Pharmacies, Prudential, and importantly, Barefoot Wine and Bubbly. For the bare feet and the bubbly. To the artists, there would be no event without you and your creativity and generosity. You're at the very heart of this event. Thank you. To the Washington art gallerists who have given us their time, art, and the benefit of their brands, thank you. To the hundreds of supporters, sponsors, and volunteers who've contributed to this evening's exciting program, thank you. Finally, through your presence here tonight, your enthusiasm for and bidding on artwork, your donations and sponsorships, you provide the inspiration, the energy, and the commitment to continue the important work of Whitman-Walker. On behalf of all of us who work so hard in this event, thank you. introducing our curator and the art, Molly Raben.